Hello everybody.
Well, hello.
Welcome to part 3, and I hope the final episode of this 1935 Crosley Fiver series. Woohoo! We're going to work on this cabinet today. I'm going to strip it with this. Boy, I was shocked when I bought this stripper today. It cost almost 20 bucks, $19.99.
Scandalous! Outrageous!
This finish is just flaking off here, and it looks in terrible shape.
Yeah.
There's the side. This side's not too bad. Now before I strip this thing, I think I'll save these decals here. Now I'm going to try to take a picture of these and make a decal out of them, and we can put those maybe in the back here on the sides, or maybe I'll make one of those acrylic back covers and put them on there. What do you think about that? Think that's a good idea?
Well, it's worth a try.
I think so. So I'm going to have to take some close-ups of these and put those pictures in my editing program and see what they look like. Let's try that, huh? On the first episode, I asked you guys, what do you think the name of that dog was? Because there's some writing here and it's not quite legible. And you had a lot of guesses. I think there was a couple of you who guessed Millie, and by golly, I think that's what it is. So we're going to call this dog Millie. Looks like this is the M-I-L-L-I-E. If it's not, it's close enough. Here we have the first dog here. I don't know if I can do this because it's got some cut off here. I don't know if I can just take this part and move it over here. It might look kind of odd there. But I can fix up some of these areas here. If I take this and use like a little clone, they call this the clone brush. You just take it and see how that works. You get the idea.
I don't get it!
Let me just see if I can bridge these two areas here of the head. I don't know, I'm going to work on that. We'll come back and I'll show you my progress. Well, there it is after a few minutes. I'm no artist, that's for sure, but I think it don't look too bad in here. I think that looks alright. There's old Millie. Let's see if we can fix her up a little bit. I'll do the rest off camera. Okay, there's the first dog I did.
Not bad.
And the next one here, we'll take a look at Millie. There's old Millie. I even put her name on there. So we're going to print these out on decal paper and see what they look like. Okay, I've got two of them side by side here. Let's just print this. We'll see what it looks like.
Very nice.
Oh, how nice.
Well, there's dog number 1. It's about the right size, huh? There's dog number 2. Good match, I think. Let's get this cabinet ready for a stripping here. I'll take this bezel off. Let's strip it. Well, little guys, it's nice knowing you. Starting to go there. Supposed to leave it on there about a half hour. We'll be back later and we'll see what it looks like. Well, it's time to install the new transformer on this chassis. Now I needed some long screws. I pulled these screws here off this old transformer that I took out of an old junk radio. So I'm using some old parts to mount the new transformer on the old radio. I think that's neat.
Like whatever.
So, I need to wrap these wires real tight. Because I got to stuff them through these 2 holes here. And I want this label to show towards the back so you can see how it's wired. Now this comes with different configurations here. Now, I'm not going to cut the wires. I'm going to keep all the wires intact and just tape them off underneath the chassis. So, it's going to go like this. We'll start on this first hole here. So before I start, let me remove this rectifier tube. I want to wreck it. So this section will go in here. Get the other one, stick it in this hole. It's got a kink in it there. Okay. Now it's flat on the chassis. Now there's two holes here. There's one here and there's one on the other side here. And these are plenty long. So I just got to measure this and make sure everything's going to fit. Now here's the fake capacitor. Just make sure that's not in the way. Looks like there's plenty of room there. Let's see if the rectifier tubes. Yep, that's got plenty of room there. I got to pull it out of there again to drill it. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to wire it up, and I'll do that off camera. Let's get back to the stripping, shall we? Well, it's a half an hour later. Just a gooey mess. I'll just take some paper towels and wipe some of this stuff up.
Yeah.
Let's try some lacquer thinner on there.
Smells good.
Look at that. Paint specks. Well, I'm going to continue cleaning this up, and when it's all done, we'll take a gander at it.
Not that bad.
There's a little problem here, so let's get a close-up of that. This piece here is very delicate here. I'm going to have to fix that and glue it. Let's take a look at the top here. Take a look at these nails here. See the nail here? Here and here. Yeah, I don't think they use those type of nails at the factory. What do you think? So I'm going to take those off and put some finishing nails in there and set those in and put some wood putty on top to cover up the hole. See the nail here? But this veneer here needs to be fixed. But the other side looks alright. I'm going to fix this now and the other veneer. And when I get that done, we'll take a look at it. Well, it's a couple days later, and boy, this thing was falling apart. I caught this just in time. I had to re-glue the top and the side sections here. These glue blocks were ready to fall off, so I had to use a lot of glue just to keep this thing from falling to pieces. I think I succeeded. Very solid now. I just gave this a mineral spirits bath, so it's still kind of wet. But I did set these nails in here and put some wood filler in there. I put some wood filler down in here and a piece of veneer here. You see the piece?
Turn it around.
And put some wood filler over here and over here. Here's a portion of the grill that was broken, or almost broken. It was ready to cave in here. So that looks pretty good. It was cracked up here and down here. And I put some wood filler here, if you can see that there. That's sturdy. I put a very thin piece of veneer from here to here. You can barely see it there. That looks pretty good now. There was a nail hole here, you can see. I filled that in. Same on the other side there. You can see that pretty clear. After part 1 of this series, a viewer asked me if this cabinet had any feet on it.
Watch your feet, you big oaf!
And what he meant was a bottom trim piece. Now you can clearly see here on the bottom that there was some type of a trim piece there. See it?
Oh, I see. Okay.
And that looks like that's long gone.
She gone!
So I started going online and looking for pictures of this Crosley 515, and here's what I found. So I went on the Radio Museum site and found this picture. As you can see on the bottom here, there are some trim pieces that do look like feet.
Smelly, stinky feet.
So I was just searching around and found this other cool site. Let me show that to you. This is not exactly the same as mine, but it is a Crosley 515. I believe this was a later model. You can tell the dial is different and the grill is different, but this picture is in 3D. Let me show you. Ain't that cool? If you lift it up here, you can see there are some trim pieces.
There it is. I can see it.
I just love doing that. That's neat. But as I was searching for more pictures, I found this thing on eBay. Let me show you that. Well, here's the eBay listing. I put a best offer of 20 bucks on this and it was accepted. This is like a 1 in a million shot finding these two parts that I need on eBay, don't you think? I didn't have to go out and buy any wood. So for 20 bucks, I bought it. Well, here's the speaker that came with this radio. I actually poked my finger through there again. But this speaker just doesn't sound good. So I was thinking, maybe I can recone this. Well, there you go. Live on camera.
You stupid bonehead.
Oh boy. Well, I was searching around eBay, and I found some cones.
Oh dear.
They even have wires hooked up to them. So I think I'll just try to recone this. See what it sounds like. If it still sounds distorted, then we'll probably go for a different speaker. But I was lucky to get these. It has the same opening for the voice coil. Mostly the ones you get on eBay are the 1-inch for the modern speakers. This is a 0.6 inch hole here for the voice coil, which is what this one is. So since I poked my hole in there, let's poke some more holes in it.
Oh my holy God.
Well, you're crazy.
I enjoyed that.
You're crazy. That's what I think. You're screwy.
Let's see if I can recone it. I took the paper off, and the spider there is loose. So I don't know if it was loose all along, or maybe it just popped loose, or it just came loose. Now I got the output transformer secondary leads unsoldered here. Let's just measure that voice coil, see what it is. .1 ohms, or 3 ohms, 2.9 ohms. Let's see if we can get this paper off the voice coil here. Now, I think it goes like this. And these wires are supposed to go over here. So I'm going to have to lengthen those a little bit. But before I do that, you need to take this cardboard piece out. See if it comes off easy. Now I've never did a complete recone like I'm doing here, so I'm probably doing it wrong. This is just for entertainment. Just like everything else I do on my channel. It's for entertainment only and not for educational purposes. Because half the time I don't know what I'm doing.
You got that right.
Well, that came off pretty good. I extended the leads on these voice coil wires here. So I don't know whether to glue the spider to the frame first or glue the spider to the cone.
I don't know.
I think the spider should be glued in there first for some reason.
Who knows?
At least I can center it in there so it's not rubbing. I'm just experimenting, so we'll see what happens. If this works, it'd be a miracle. But it's still fun.
Oops.
Well, it's time to put a finish on this cabinet. Now I'm going to do what I usually do. Stain it in a light stain overall. Then after that's done, I'll use individual toner to give it like a 3-tone effect. Like I'll probably do this darker, these sides darker, and so on and so forth.
Etc., etc., etc.
So, today we have undies. And I received this pair of undies from the land down under. They're from a fellow YouTuber named David Tipton.
G'day, mate.
Now, if you haven't seen David's videos, you ought to try it. I've been watching him for a few years now, and he's really good. He likes to put a lot of humor in his videos. I consider David like a Buzz 1151 with brains. You know, he's no dumb stoop. So check it out. I'll put a link in the description. Let's take a look at the undies he sent me. It looks like he wears Dockers.
Oh!
But do you think... Oh, David, David, David!
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh my, David, what was that about?
Oh!
Oh my gosh.
Well, thank you, David, for your undies.
Mr. Poopy Pants?
Pardon me, but I won't sniff them, okay?
Ew.
So let's just dip this into stain. We'll just use this part first.
I kissed you and called you sweetheart. Do the chairs in your parlor seem empty and bare? Do you gaze at your doorstep and picture me there? Is your heart filled with pain? Shall I Tell me, dear, are you lonesome tonight?
Well, thanks again, David, for your undies.
You're welcome.
They did the trick. Well, now we get to find out what this thing sounds like. If I get anything out of the speaker, I'll be happy. I've got the radio on, but the volume is down. So when I turn that volume up, I'll be just as surprised as you guys. So here we go. Keep my fingers crossed.
Just go to stamps.com, click the mic at the top of the page, and use code BUSINESS for a 4-week trial, plus free postage and a digital scale. That's stamps.com, code...
Wow, that's an improvement.
I am Brett Recamp. An atmospheric river of rain is bringing a lot of wind and rain to the Pacific Northwest.
Let's try the tone control here.
Smith has the latest from the National Weather Service. A wind advisory is in effect until early tomorrow morning. We've already seen gusts as high as 45 miles per hour. Sean Weigel with the National Weather Service in Portland says, in addition to the wind, Oregon's rainy season has officially arrived.
Gust to 40 miles an hour and up to 70 miles an hour in the Cascades, with higher gusts at the exposed areas near the crest of the Cascades. With trees still loaded with leaves, there will be tree damage and power outages. PGE's Andrea Platt says you should have an outage kit that includes a flashlight, batteries, a car charger for your cell phone, along with food that you don't have to cook.
Ready to eat food, have water handy, and just extra blankets as the temperatures are dropping.
PGE currently has 4,600...
Well, I'm shocked. I know I didn't do that right, but it sounds better than it did. But you know, the big test is playing some music. So let me get some music on my broadcaster, and we'll see what that sounds like. Don't go away. Okay, now let's just play a tune here, and we'll see how it sounds. Sounds pretty good. Well, better.
Many happy returns of the day, and there isn't much more I can say. I recall with a tear you've been married a year, but I still wish you luck with a heart that's sincere. I won't bring any presents to you. I gave you up, what more could I do? I'll just send a bouquet with a card that will say, many happy returns of the day. I won't bring any presents to you. I gave you up, what more could I do? I'll just send a bouquet with a card that will say, many happy returns of the day.
I think that's acceptable. I'd give it a grade of a C-. Now originally it was a D-, so any improvement, it's got to be good. I was looking on eBay for a speaker replacement, and the prices they want for these with the field coil are absolutely ridiculous, and I refuse to pay that. So I'm going to use this speaker, even though it's not the original. It sounds good enough for the radio, and by golly, that's what I'm going to do. If you don't like it, that's too bad. It's my radio.
Yes, that's right.
On the beach at Bally, I found her dreaming on the golden sands. It happened on the beach at Bally, and very soon we both were holding hands. And while we strolled along the beach together, we kissed and then she promised to be mine. You could have knocked me over with a feather when she told me that she came from Caroline. The day I sailed across the ocean to find romance across the sea, I never had the slightest notion I'd meet the girl who used to live next door to me. And now we own a cottage in the valley, a little paradise that's hers and mine. It happened on the beach at Bally, and ended up way down in Caroline.
I've been trying to figure out how to mount the speaker on here, because the speaker is not the correct one and these holes don't line up. So I came up with this.
Oh, brother.
Of course, I'm not going to use cardboard.
And why not?
Sort of like that. I think that'll work. I'm thinking of using maybe this plexiglass. Hopefully it's strong enough. Seems to be thick enough. So I'm going to take this template, put it on here and cut it out. Well, there it is mounted. It seems to be sturdy, but I'm kind of worried. I might have to reinforce it with a piece of metal going across these 2 points here. But now I'm worried that this is too high here. I hope it fits in the cabinet. So let me bring out the cabinet and then we'll see if it fits. Ah. Well, that's not gonna fit. I've been studying this. The only thing I can come up with is I need to drill a hole down here in the metal piece lower here. That would bring this whole thing down. So if I come down here, I can drill those holes down there and tap it and try that. I'll do that off camera and then we'll try it again. Well, now I got another problem. The speaker's hitting this portion here now. So I'll probably have to cut out a section of that. But before I do that, let's just make sure this thing fits. That's sweet. Alright, that's gonna work. Guess I'll start grinding. Well, there it is.
Oh, brother.
That's the way it's gonna be. I decided I didn't need this thing at all.
Huh?
These metal pieces here is good enough for it. It looks a little bit Mickey Mouse. But then again, I'm a Mickey Mouse type of a guy. Don't you think?
It's true.
Well, I'm not going to paint the transformer core red. I'm going to leave it as it is because it looks nice and new. But I will paint the output transformer red.
Well, you devious son of a bitch.
Ay, caramba.
Well, I have completed the finish. Let me show you. And look what we have here. I put those trims in there that I got the other day. Painted them dark. Pretty handsome, huh? It's gonna look nice with the bezel in there. I'm gonna have to change the grill cloth. I decided to use the same material I did on the other radio. I had some left over. So that should look pretty good on there. I have completed the chassis. I added a fuse here. The reason I put the fuse in the front here was because there was a big hole there. So I decided to use it. Put a nice new cord in it. Let's take a look at the bottom. Everything's looking good in there. There's the rear. Looking pretty good there. You can see my red output transformer there. Gotta put red somewhere on this. So this chassis is ready to go in the cabinet. So there's one more thing to do. I mentioned earlier that I might put on an acrylic cover. So I'm going to do that. I got this piece here. What I think I'll do is I'll just create one from here down to here. It'll be something like that. Then once that's on there, I'll put those two dogs right there on the acrylic as a tribute to whoever put those on. There's the acrylic cover. Looks pretty good. Okay, if you remember, I've got these two decals. I'm going to put this one up here and put Millie up here. Hope this works. It's one down, one to go. Okay, let's put Millie on there. Well, what do you think? I like it. In fact, I like it a lot. Coming up next, the reveal. After 3 months, we'll get to see it. Don't go away whatever you do. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's reveal time. I give you the 1935 Crosley 515 Fiver in all its glory. Wow, Crosley, you're absolutely stunning. You're elegant. You got pizzazz. Why, you ought to be in pictures.
Be in pictures, gee, you're beautiful to see. Say you wanna be in pictures, oh, what a hit you would be. Your voice would thrill the nation, your looks would be adored. You'd be a big sensation, with wealth and fame, your reward. And if you should kiss the way we kiss when we are all alone, you'd have every girl and man a fan worshipping up your throne. You ought to shine as brightly as Jupiter and Mars. Hey, you ought to be in pictures, my star of stars.
Well, this radio took a lot of work, more than I care to remember, and I'm sure glad it's over. Looking at it now, it's hard to remember how it looked 3 months ago, but this one's a keeper. Another radio saved. I hope you enjoyed the series, and I'll be back next month with a new project. So this is Old Buzz 1151, signing off. Good night, everybody. Stay tuned for Dickel's Comedy Club performance. Next.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the funniest gnome you'll ever meet, the one and only Dickel F. Lockett. Hello, everybody. How about a few jokes, huh? Okay, let's go. What's 6 inches long, 2 inches wide, and drives women wild?
What is it?
Money! Did you know that T-shirt is actually short for Tyrannosaurus shirt?
No.
It's because of the small arms. I got gas for $1.39 today. Unfortunately, it was at Taco Bell. I want to hang up a map of the world. Then I'm going to put pins into all the locations I've traveled to. But first, I have to travel to the top 2 corners of the map so it won't fall down. Why did the cowboy buy a winter dog? Because somebody told him to get along, little doggy. It's so expensive to die these days. I saw an ad for a funeral plus a burial plot. So I called up the undertaker at Forest Lawn and asked, "Why are your prices so high?" He answered, "It's the cost of living." I ordered a chicken and an egg from Amazon. We'll just see which one comes first. Do you realize that in about 40 years, we'll have thousands of old ladies running around with tattoos? Oh my God. I saw a sign at a urologist's office. You're in good hands. I was in love once. Don't laugh, it's true. Years ago, I walked into a bar and started looking around and spotted this cute babe. I walked over to her and said in a very sexy voice, "Can I have your picture so I can show Santa what I want for Christmas?" Aww. Well, she laughed and instantly fell for me. Then she invited me home for a nightcap. After kissing on her couch, she said, "Let's take this upstairs, okay?" So I said, "Well, you grab one end and I'll grab the other." I don't want to brag, but I'm such a great lover. Oh! During our romantic encounter, she didn't say one word. I'm so good, it left her speechless. A recent study has found that women who carry a little extra weight live longer than the men who mention it. Never tell a woman that her place is in the kitchen. That's where the knives are kept. One day she asked me if she looked fat in her jeans. I said, "No, those jeans don't make you look fatter. I mean, how could they?" All you men out there, heed this warning. If you see your girlfriend eating ice cream straight from the carton, do not ask how she's doing. I did, and she dumped me. Last week, I got a Hallmark card from her. It said, "I'm so miserable without you, it's almost like you're still here." That's my time. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good night.